A very good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
I heard that you are so much tired. Are you tired? Eh? My dear plus two students, are you tired? Punya, are you tired? No answer from Punya. Hmm? Are you loaded with more syllabus or class? Why no answer is there? Achut, nobody is answering. What should I think? Eh? What do you think? Are you loaded with more? Or you want to be loaded more? What should I see? Why no response is there? That means what should I think about? Annette, what do you think? Let the commerce people speak. Are you tired?
Sir,
Uh,
no, sir.
not. She is not yet tired. You see, there is a saying, there is a proverb, there is a quote. God created human being with a great purpose. He filled man, God filled in man all the qualities of God. But what we are doing many things against God. Still, God is giving birth to new babies. Am I right? Every second, newborn baby is born into this world. What do you study from that? Every second, man is killing others, other man. Man is murdering other man. Still, God is not yet tired of man. Though man is doing such kind of heinous activities, God is so loving. God is so merciful. He is not tired of mankind. He again loves and he creates. If we are created by God, we should have that quality of God. We should not be Punya. Punya, where is Punya? Punya has gone. And we should not
Yes,
be. Where are you? Gauri, if we are created by God, we should have the qualities of God. So we should not be tired of our subjects. We should not be tired of our topics. When teacher is giving you 10 exercises in mathematics, Adul, we should ask the teacher, why can't you give 20? Give us 20. We are ready to do 20. Commerce students ask more problems to solve in accountancy. You ask Josie sir is there. No, Nandana, one Josie sir is there. Ask Josie sir, sir, give us more exercises, writing skills. Ask us to write, copy down the English newspaper 3 times a day so that our handwriting may be good, our language may be good. Why don't you say to me? In my lifetime, these people will not say. Nandana, am I right? We have many other work, many homeworks. How can I copy down the Indian Express or the Hindu or Deccan Chronicle 3 times? Even we have no time, Aditya, we don't have a time to read one time. To read, I don't have time to read. I mean, how can I write? We are behind excuses. This is 12. If you run behind excuses, Aishwarya, if we are running behind the excuses, Emmanuel, what happened, man? Are you all right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Very good, Jersey. After the class, you are going for playing football. Okay. He is get ready to play football. Okay. So this is our 12th. Our mind should be attuned, attuned towards studies. Only one motive. I have to conquer. I have to conquer the heights. Rijas, am I right? I have to conquer the heights. What will happen when you conquer? Somebody should be there behind to raise the height again. So your raising will be, efforts will be increasing. That is the sign of a studious child. Am I right? When you climb, when you cross 5.2, there will be a person, he will keep the bar 5.4. So again, you have to keep your eye towards a target. Keep your eye towards a target. That is above, that should be above your expectation. Then only you will give the maximum output. That only can be made success. Okay, okay, let us come to Simaburi, page number 17. We are coming to the next story. I want to drive a car. You see, from this lesson, you have to learn this paragraph. You should have created a new outlook. Here, it is a story of Mukesh. You should be a Mukesh here. All the girls and boys can become Mukesh. Basil, where are you now? Mukesh insists on being his own master. You see, first sentence itself, you can write on your chart. Mukesh insists on being his own master. Anjo insists on being his own master. You see, this is the way you have to write. I insist on being my own master. Such people can find success. Here, Mukesh, I will be a motor mechanic, he announces. We have seen another announcement. Where was it? Where
When
did you
Sahib
see
was
the
telling
other
his
announcement? Can you recollect?
when Sahib was telling his
Ah,
name.
Sahib. I am Sahib. He announced. Here, Mukesh announced, I want to be a motor mechanic. Do you know anything about cars? The author asked because he is living in that rotten hut. He is living in the rotten hut. There is no cycle. There is no scooter. Then what about car? Such a fellow is dreaming to be a motor mechanic. So the author asks, do you know anything about cars? I will learn to drive a car, sir. How many of you can speak like this? Eh? You are thinking that you are a well educated boy. You are studying in an international school. You have many, many feathers on your head. I have made my own robot. I have written my own articles. I have a great experience in my dances, and I have got many, many patams, many, many records, many, many certificates I have. You have hundreds of golden feathers on your head. Am I right? If I ask you, what are you? Your tongues will be speaking, I am so, I am so, I am so, I have something. But my question, can you speak like this, Mukesh? What did he say? I will learn to drive a car. A question was raised to him. Do you know anything about car? Sir, what to know? I am going to drive a car. I will. He answers, looking straight into my eyes. Underline. Looking straight into my eyes is equal to words of self confidence. If you are looking, sometimes your mama might have told you, why don't you look at me? You look at my face and say, that means if you are speaking truth, you will speak straight. Otherwise, what will happen? We will look down. Thieves will look down because thieves are liars. Thieves will not say that he is a thief. Le. The one who has done a murder, first what will he say? I did not do it. When he say I did not do it, he knows that he had already done it. So he will look down. Am I right? Now you may say, sir, we are not murderers. But you can look at the photos. You have to relate the lesson to the lives of people. Here, Mukesh looks straight to the eyes of the author and says, sir, one day I will drive a car. Hum honge kamyab. Hum honge kamyab. Isn't it? One song is there, assembly song. What is that? We shall overcome, isn't it? We shall overcome one day. The great American president, Martin Luther King, had three dreams, and he said, we shall overcome one day. His dreams are changed into a poem. That poem you are singing in the assembly, and you do not know the meaning. He announced the black people of America will overcome the white people. And one day, the White House will be guided by, ruled by the black man. It was his announcement, it was his dream. We shall overcome one day. Not today. We shall overcome one day. We, the people, made it a song, and without knowing the meaning, we were singing it. It was the dream of the American president. Mukesh says here, sir, I will overcome one day. I will drive a car a day. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his town, Firozabad. Underline Firozabad, name of a town, famous for its bangles. Firozabad is a town in Uttar Pradesh. It is famous for Kuppivala bangles. Bangles. So when he says, "Sir, I will drive a car," and he looks straight to the eyes of the other, his look itself says, within a short period, his dream would overcome, fulfill. His dream would be fulfilled. His mirage, his illusion, his imagination, his dream will be fulfilled. He has that great courage. He has that great self confidence to make his dream fulfilled. Every other family in Firozabad. Now, this is not Simaburi, this is Firozabad. First story is of Sahebis from Simapuri. This is Firozabad. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. So it is the work of the people to make bangles. It is the center of India's glass blowing industry, glass bangles. So the glass is put in the furnace, it is melted. From that, they make the bangles. So it is a center of glass blowing towns. It is a city of bangles where families have spent generations working around furnaces, welding glass, making bangles for all the women in the land, it seems. So in Firozabad, from every family, there are people who are working in glass blowing furnaces, bangle factory, small scale industry. And you see, this glass should be burned, boiled, and it will be melted. How much heat it has to produce. And people are sitting near these furnaces. You see, families have spent generations working around the furnaces, doing welding the glass. Around the glass is welded, making bangles for all the women in the land of India, it seems. In the land means whole India, whole country. Mukesh's family is one among them. See, Mukesh's family is one among them. None of them know that it is illegal. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him. Underline, it is illegal for children, child labor, like him, to work in the glass furnaces with the high temperatures. In dingy means dirty cells, dirty rooms. Cells here means rooms without air and light. Underline. Furnace, glass furnaces with high temperatures in dingy cells without air and light. You see, that is the condition of the factory. A small cabin room will be there. In that, the furnace will be there. In that furnace, glass will be melted with a high temperature fire. The room will be filled with a high heat, and people with bare eyes, bare dress may be doing the work there. If the law could get him and all those 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces where they slog their daylight hours, often losing the brightness of their eyes. You see, child labor, it is about child labor. 20,000 children are there in front of the furnaces. If the law is executed, if the law is executed, these 20,000 children could be taken out of the labor, will be made free. Lost spring, lost spring. In sitting in front of the furnaces, sitting in front of the furnaces, the children are not going to school. They are not permitted to go and play. They are losing their joyful days, spring, joyful days of their childhood. If the law permits, Okay, some interruption for the electricity and net. So, if the law permits, if the law permits, government can take out these 20,000 children from the, make them free from child labor, and they will be able to enjoy their childhood. Mugesh's eyes beam as he volunteers to take me home, which he proudly says is being rebuilt. So Mukesh invited the author to his house. And when the author said he is coming, Mukesh's eyes was very bright. He was so happy. And he told, Sir, my house is renovated. What is renovated? It is rebuilt. It is rebuilt. Oh, we will lose. Let it come. So, renovated. You might have seen one car's name is Nova, NOVA Nova car, Nova model. Have you seen? Nova. Now, what do you mean by Nova? Nova means new. Nova is a Latin word. Renovated. When we add the prefix, grammar, when we add prefix to a word, it gives a meaning again, again. Renova. See, renovated. Re, oh, renovated. Re, nova. Nova, the noun is changed into verb. Re, and in English, we say re is equal to again. Nova, new. Renovate, make new again. Once upon a time, the house was new house. It was old, it became old. We renovated, we make it new. Clear now? Another word we say rebuild. Clear now? When you add remember, bring the memory again. Restructure. There was a structure, it is lost. We made it again. So here Mukesh invited the author to his house. House here means hut. House means hut. And he says, my hut is renovated, rebuilt. When he invited the author to his renovated house, he became very happy. We walk down. Now let us go to the renovated house. Let us go. Now, when I said all these explanations, you are expecting a great mansil like Mr. Ambani's 28 floor large house, like that. Or you may be thinking it may be like White House. Mukesh is taking the order to his renovated house. You see, let us see how it is renovated. We walk down stinking lanes. We walk down stinking lanes, stinking, dirty, with bad smell. Lane, Lain. You see, Lain. Sorry, Lane, lane, streets, streets, dirty streets, dirty, narrow roads, stinking lanes, choked, filled, choked with garbage. All the waste, wet waste are thrown on that lane, stinking, past to homes that remain hovels. What is hovels? Poor hut. Or open shed. Pipes are there, roof is there, no covering, nothing is there. Hovels with the crumbling walls, broken walls, wobbly doors, wobbly, crying doors, making sound, wobbly, making sound. When the wind comes, the door panel will be, or door will be singing song because it is fixed like that. Damaged, dirty, unpolished doors which make sound. So, what is a shape? Stinky lane filled with, choked with, filled with garbage, broken, muddy walls, So, stinky lanes choked with garbage, broken, muddy walls. All these are the, and wobbly doors. Then no windows. No windows. Crowded with the families of humans and animals. Only one room is there. Children and 3 months old babies lying down there. Side by side, a buffalo is there. Side by side, a goat is there. How you just can you imagine? Sania, can you imagine such a situation? Near bed, one buffalo is there. That is also eating grass and that is lying down there. That's all it is natural necessity is there in the room, and you are lying down there. Can you imagine? You are out of range. Once upon a time, around 30 years ago, while I was traveling from Delhi to Ramnagar, that is in UP, 30 years ago, it was a route in the midst of, in the middle of forest. So only one bus is there moving from Ghaziabad to Ramnagar. It might have taken around 6 or 7 hours, but we cannot ask the driver how many hours. When he reaches Ramnagar, bus reaches. That is the time of the bus. When he wishes, he will take the bus. On the way, in the midst of a forest, he stopped, and we are sitting inside. And he went for a bath. He had his natural demands and everything. All the travelers are sitting inside the bus. And on the way, people show their hand here and there, only one. And with them, there is goat, cock, these kind of animals are also there. All are inside the bus. You see, around 30 years I experienced. So when I read this book, I don't have any exaggeration because I have experience. We were sitting with the goat. What is nearby? It comes and touches us. And he may have some jackfruit leaves also to make it calm and quiet. You see, here you see inside the room, there are humans and animals. This is no exaggeration. This was a reality. What is written is a reality, not an exaggeration. Please open the videos. Mehak, Steffi, all of you open the videos. You see, existing, living together. There is no exaggeration. When God created man, man was living with animals, isn't it? Achut, when God created, God did not build a house for man. Till that time, he was in the forest. He was coexisting with animals, humans and animals. The same thing happens here. In the room, single room, they are coexisting in a primeval, primeval state, early period. He stops at the door of one such house. So there were a number of huts. How the huts are there? Wobbly doors, broken walls, no sheets. He entered one of those such houses. He stops at the door of one such house, bangs a wobbly iron door with his foot. I would say he kicked his foot, the wobbly door. We people do like that, isn't it? When we reach home, if the door is like that, first we will not use our hand. Aditya, we will kick with our shoes. The thing is that your door is very powerful one. But here Mugesh's door is a wobbly door. it may go and come back 2, 3 times. You see, wobbly iron door with his foot and pushes it open. We enter a half built shack. Half built shack. Another word for hut. Shack. In one part of it, thatched with dead grass, thatched with dry grass, onakapullu, dry grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. So, one cooker, firewood stove. What is firewood stove? Butterfly. Butterfly stuff. Stove. Adupu, 3 stones, is placed with the 3 stones, and firewood is kept there, on which a, pot is kept, large vessel, and it is boiling there. On the ground, in large aluminum platters, are more chopped vegetables. On the other side, there was a large aluminum plate or a vessel, which is with chopped vegetables, maybe potato. A frail means thin. Here it is not thin, weak, physically weak. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. One lady, a weak lady, an old lady, may not be old, a weak lady, physically weak lady, is cooking the food for the family. Through eyes filled with smoke, he smiles. You see how the author has written a sentence. Through eyes, through eyes. How were the eyes? Filled with smoke. Filled with smoke. She smiles. Underline that sentence. Very good sentence. Suppose if you were sitting in a classroom and below your classroom there is kitchen. Suppose like it was there, isn't it? Our block last year. And smoke is coming from the kitchen. Who will be the most distracted fellow, Shubham? We will be the most distracted. Sir, smoke, smoke, smoke. Achut, we are distracted because we are polished people. I think at home there is net connectivity. Only net connectivity had gone in the school. Malaviga, Rijas, Nia, Alvin, Ashwin, Grishma, what happened? Oh, really, net is there. They wanted that Josie sir should call out their names. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I am ready to call out your names. I love you so much. But I have not, I have only 1 hour with me. Okay. Switch on. Switch. I want to see you all. This here is very important. So, a frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. If you can rewrite the sentence, if we were there, what we would do, through eyes filled with smoke, we complain. We complain. Am I right? The last week, I got an experience. Our plus two students are there. So they were sitting there and learning. One day, some smoke came because of the wind. I cannot control the wind. I am not the god of wind. So some smoke came inside. So one of the, sir, smoke, sir, we cannot sit. What can I do with the wind? All were distracted. I told you can, it is better you may go up next floor. Same thing happened. But here, what the old lady, the frail woman teaches you through the eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. What is the meaning here, Rijas? She smiles. What is the particular meaning here? Can you read the literature there? Through the eyes, literature, you have to read the literature. Through the eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. Eh? Is she smiling? Hmm? Hmm? Rijas,
I don't know, sir.
you don't know. It is very easy. A person who is studying in plus two cannot say, I don't know. You know many things. Sometimes your answer may be wrong, but for you it is right. Am I right? Your answer may be wrong, but but your answer is right to you. That is why I tell you, you speak out. You see literature according to literature. Through the eyes, she smiles. That is the difference. Her eyes are distracted with smoke. Am I right? If your eyes are filled with smoke, can you smile? Can you smile? No. But even though her eyes are filled with smoke, she welcomed the guest with a brightened eyes. Clear now? That is expressed in her smile. Clear? You understand the meaning? The smile is expressed through her eyes. When you welcome a person with joy, your eyes will be brightened. Suppose you see, you have two aunties. Elvina, suppose you have two aunties. Do you have two aunties? One
Yes, sir.
belly auntie and you have two aunties, isn't it? Ammai?
Yes, sir.
She has two ammais. One is very ammai, other one is Cherry ammai. Cherry ammai loves Elvina very much. വലിയ അമ്മായിക്ക് വലിയ ഇഷ്ടമൊന്നുമില്ല. And both of them come for the church festival. And they will be there for 2 days. When the phone call came from Valiammai that she is coming, Elvina was gloomy. There was no happiness in her. Ah, okay. When she heard Cheriammai is coming, her eyes became bright, widened. Her face became bright because whenever Cheriammai comes, she gives me pocket money 2001 Pinky. Who is Pinky? 2000 rupees. Pocket money. Valiammai doesn't give anything. You see, her smile is, now she smiles. Her smile is broadened in her eyes. She smiles with eyes. Clear? Clear now? So here, even though Mugesh's family was in a miserable situation, they are welcoming the guest with joy. Clear now? Welcoming with joy. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. The rest we will see. There was a lot of disturbance. The rest, I think it is time. Okay, we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.